Hello, my name is Caesar, and today I will be presenting to you about the internet, more specifically, cybersecurity and its relation to the internet. So let's begin. So what is the internet? So essentially, the internet is a system of networking where essentially each computer or each device that is able to access the internet gets its own IP address. And in order to access information from around the world, you have to find that IP address. However, due to DNS, instead of typing the IP address, there's just key terms that you have to search. And then with those key terms, you're able to find the site or the information that you're looking for. So essentially, in basic terms, it's a system of networking that allows for global communication. This has become extremely simplified and inexpensive, mainly due to the easy availability of smartphones that are actually being commonly used in modern times. So what is cybersecurity? So basically, cybersecurity is keeping people safe while they're online. We all know that there's evil people out there, and even online, there will always be evil people. Evil people will not stop existing. So instead of trying to eradicate all the evil people that exist in the world, it's better that we try to find measures to secure ourselves and secure others. So one method that has been developed to do this is the trust model, where basically companies that want their users to exchange information or to have the ability to do so, let's say like LinkedIn and LLD, which is basically like for businesses and for you to basically have a resume on the website. What the trusting model does is that it basically allows for people to have this ability to agree and make agreements that they'll like exchange their information. In modern times, a modern like representation that I could think of at the spot is following somebody on Instagram and then their accounts being private and them allowing you to follow their account, and in vice versa, like you allowing them to follow you. So basically, the trust model is just like both of you guys are trusting that you guys will exchange information properly, and both of your information will be kept safe. And this usually has some like downfall, mainly by the fact that it reduces the amount of people that access the site, because they really don't want to be signing or certifying every single like account or connection that they make, and it just basically like turns off people from the idea of using these certain sites. So the domain name system is actually something of recent technology that we actually take for granted a lot. Essentially, that allows us to, like I mentioned before, not search for the IP address, which is basically our location on the internet, but rather you search for specific terms that are assigned to that IP address, and you're able to find the IP address easier. So essentially, it simplifies your searching through the internet, which I think is especially cool, considering the fact that it's a free system available for everyone to use, and it just simplifies the usage of the internet. And however, this also results in downfall because people are more easily susceptible to finding like dangerous websites. I know that personally, if I have gone to the web and found dangerous sites that have given my old computer, a virus, and that was mainly because I was looking for something else. However, because of this domain system and this interlinking between the domain, and the IP addresses and all that, you end up finding sites that you weren't even trying to look for, and that ultimately results in you just getting virus after virus on your computer, and we all know how that turns out. So the implementation of cybersecurity is actually something that's very popular right now. Google just released its two-step verification, where it requires you to verify your account from two separate devices, either a second email or your phone. And that's basically just to secure that your account is your account and that nobody's able to hack it. And basically that's due because Google and Gmail and everything associated with it are actually some of the most susceptible to hacking. I remember an incident over the summer where a phishing attempt was going on, and they were sending this fake email that basically just tricked people into logging into their email. But all that was doing was giving the person their password and email in order to basically get their account. So this implementation has been done by Facebook and a lot of other companies. However, the downfall, once again, is the simple fact that some companies are taking a step backwards and actually making it easier for people to log into their accounts out of sheer laziness. Some people prefer just logging in to their Facebook by a click of a button, and that's actually what's going on. And Facebook actually just released this thing with its app where you can create a 4-character passcode and then you're into your account. So it's that simple now. However, there's also the implementation of cybersecurity. Cyber warfare is basically people trying to hack one another and attack one another online through viruses or through phishing attempts and all of that. And antivirus is being created. They call it warfare because you're basically building walls, while at the same time you have to learn how to navigate while you're being bombarded by all these constant viruses and attacks. So it's basically war out there while you're on the internet. However, you don't see it like that because all you're seeing is your screen, but all your antivirus and all your actual devices actually working against you not getting a virus. And actually, one of the most popular methods of hacking is the distributed denial of service attacks, which is basically the system where one user actually uses multiple computers that it hacked or that it has hacked to attack one server. And this has been done to bring down major companies. I know that YouTube recently had attacked by this corporation called Poodle Corp, which is basically it used variety of hacking. I guess you could say it uses a variety of hacking attempts, and it just keeps attacking the website, and it just starts slowing it down. It starts bombarding it until it eventually crashes. So basically, it's just one person takes control of the abundance of computers, attacks this person, and the system can no longer run smoothly, resulting in it crashing. So it's actually a very powerful method, and people who are able to do this are actually new programmers. And all in all, it's actually a very dangerous system if you really think about it, because it could bring down any site. And once again, phishing is basically people pretending to be something else or someone else in order to get someone else's information for their own use, whether it's to hurt the person or just for financial gain. Now, things have been created, software have been created, to protect people against phishing and then against against viruses, and these are called antiviruses and firewalls. Firewalls are basically code that allow you to not get hacked as easily because your thing is encrypted symmetrically, allowing you to basically have layers of protection before your actual motherboard is actually taking control out of. And firewalls and antiviruses work hand in hand. So cryptography is actually the best method that we have against cyber attacks, because basically it's coding in order to find keys or ways to prevent ourselves from getting hacked. So firewalls are one of the most commonly known types of cryptography. However, cryptography has also been used to create viruses. So you see how it just depends on who the power falls on. Like they say, with great power comes great responsibility, and people have chosen to legit use cryptography to hack. So it just depends on how the overall system is used. So symmetric encryption is basically a system where you have a file, and in order to access that file, you create a key, and what that key does is that it unscrambles the file, and you can only decrypt that file with the key. So basically, you need to disassemble your file and then use the same key that disassembled the file to reassemble it. So basically, that allows double protection, I guess you could say, for your file, and it just allows you to feel more safe, more happy while you're online. Similarly, there's encryption, which is basically passwords. So when you log into your, when you start using your phone and you type in your passcode, that's encryption, because you're basically encrypting your password so that nobody else can access it. However, in computers and in the internet, it's at a larger scale, where basically this long length of code is protecting your IP address in your computer. So this has been the end of the presentation. I hope you enjoy learning about cybersecurity and the internet. I hope that you learned a lot, or at least something. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day.